video because I think actually something pretty sensitive may have been shown. And I want to make sure it is gone, honey. But let's get back to this. Let's talk about activating your manifesting and your manifesting generator. Okay. So by this point, you're already completely aware that you have to inform, and that if you have an emotion, you have to follow the steps of whatever your authority is. Okay. Whatever your authority is, because I'm pretty certain there's quite a few different authorities for different manifesting generators. I'm an emotional authority manifesting generator. Okay. So what I had to do is ride out my emotion. Sometimes I'm super excited about stuff. Sometimes I'm right in between. Sometimes I'm down in the doldrums about things, and I have to figure my way out of that before I start to really make a quantitative move towards something that I want to do, or a qualitative move towards something that I want to do. It doesn't matter. Before I make a move, I got to ride that emotional wave. Okay. And written, whatever your authority is, you then need to be moving from thing to thing. When you are in the process of trying to manifest, when you are in the process of trying to manifest and make your life happen, and not make your life happen, but kind of set up this entire list of things that makes it, and you're talking in first person, current, as if it has already happened, because I think that that's part of the manifesting part of that entire writing a list out, or reminding yourself of that. What you have to do is put that aside. You have to put that aside, and you really need to allow yourself to be swallowed into something else that you're very heavily interested in. You need to not have that part of you that will stand there and look at it. It's like a generator trying to get it done, get it done, get it done, get it done. Right? That you cannot do. That's part of what holds, I think, a lot of us back, because when we are living out of listening to our body, which goes completely against some of the stuff that I actively will tell people to get themselves swallowed into. Like, take for instance Dr. Joe. He really believes that you should be going into the quantum field, which is activating more of, you stepping into different parts of yourself and moving forward, which is then engaging the mind more. But once we engage the mind is the younger part of ourselves. And the way he explains it is, oh, the body is the older part of yourself, and it's just running things off of a program. And while that may be the case, part of your programming is what you need to understand to be able to move forward. Meditation is not a problem. That's another little thing you can dip and dabble in, which is what I would call Dr. Joe's process. Okay. Even when it comes to his studying, the books and things like that, I think he's a very repetitive person. Especially when in reading his books and also listening to his videos and stuff like that, just understanding that he sees the world a certain way, and that may not be a full holistic world view for you, especially as a manifesting generator. Because while the meditations can work to help heal my body needs to be healed so that I can actually feel what's going on inside of it, and then move through that process and jump to the next thing after having written down a list, after having done some spiritual work around it, after having maybe decided I was going to light a candle on this entire process, right? You have to be able to essentially let go and let God. And the God part of you is that old part of you. It is literally feeling everything that's going on inside of you and listening to it. A splenic authority is different than a sacral authority, which is different than an inner authority, which is different than an emotional authority. You understand? It's a different process, but you need to follow your authorities and then move forward as a manifesting generator to the next thing that you're excited about. But you don't have to be jumping off the walls excited. But you do need to be like, oh yeah, I got to take care of that thing. Right? So for me, it's like going to one of the vendors I use for essential oils because I'm getting ready to make some more glow oil. I'm always sitting here talking about glow oil, right? So I'm getting ready to make some more glow oil. I'm getting ready to gather together all my ingredients. I'm getting bigger bottles of things. I'm getting bigger bottles of carrier oils. I'm getting natural herbs, and I'm getting different jars this time so that it's an easier process as far as me getting it and putting it into the bottles to ship out to people, right? That's exciting to me. Do I have this on the list? Do I have that on the list? Because I want to be able to make sure that this is ready to go, right? Because this works for me. It worked for my life, and it's worked for some other people's lives that have bought this product from me. So I'm going to be at that vendor's shopping cart because most of the time my cart is already full, and I may be tweaking things, moving things around, making sure the price is hitting where I needed to hit. You understand what I mean? Like, I'm going to really be doing my thing. It is a good distraction from whatever I just put out there. Do you understand? It is like that. It's the same way. It allows, being a manifesting generator allows you, especially if you start to move around like you're supposed to, because you're not supposed to sit in one place, right? I move on from that. Like right now, I have on my list, I got to get this, and I need lighters. And a lot of the times, people forget things, and it's a good chance I may forget that. So until it, crosses my mind again, it's going, right? And then when it crosses my mind, oh, put this in the list, because I'm in at Amazon pretty frequently getting something, right? The point is to move around. You have to activate the manifesting part of you. Manifesting doesn't mean, the manifesting part of you is that part of you that moves so fast that you are completely distracted from what it is that you put out there that you feel is a huge goal. And then it comes back to you that much faster because you're not concentrating on it. So a good process is to get up in the morning, do your spiritual practice, maybe write out your list if you want to, or if you've written it out for the week, whatever. Feel into your day, like what's important for you in the morning, right? So important for me in the morning is like room temperature water first thing. Before coffee, before anything, room temperature water. And I've had it ready since the night before, so I'm ready to go. Right? The next thing for me would be oil pulling. It's like my daily process, and I don't want to forget that part of my process. Right? And it just allows my mind to kind of flow while I'm getting this done. Right? Then on to the shower. What specific soap do I want to use this morning? Orange, rose. Like, what am I using? It's not that slow of a process at all, but it is. And the next thing, oh, I have an idea for a video. Let me put this up. Let me go tape this here, or let me record this so I can come back to this at another time and get this done. Right? Oh, I want to use this glow oil today because it's slightly different than the other one. It brings different properties. I'm going to do that. Right? Oh, am I getting online and doing free reading somewhere? Am I doing it at TikTok? Because this is a new thing, manifesting generator part of me. That's just like, give this to the world. Give this to the world. Just give it to them and back off. Right? And when it's time to back off, I will, because I've done it before. I was giving readings in 2020, and then I think I even tried some in 2021. They abruptly, I just was done. I stopped. And now we back. We're back at it. You understand? Let me see if there are some plants. I'm always recommending to people that they get different plants, different crystals. Should I have them? Do I need to dust off the ones that I have? What altar work do I need to do today? Right? Let me check my email and see what's going on. Oh, let me return the phone call of this client because I got to take care of that. Let me reach out to this one because I need to make sure everything's good over here. Manifesting generator, moving, moving, moving. And then in the process, in the middle, in between all those things that you're doing all day, I need my coffee. I have to eat at some point. There are times I am piddling away at everything at my workstation for hours and don't come down till like the day is done, like I've been out in an office all day. But it's my office, my home office. Let me go eat. Let me go speak to my family because I kind of avoided them. I've been busy today. That sort of thing. And then another thing that helps to hammer this home that makes things even more seamless are I'm telling you this is something I've picked up on. I've known about it for a long time. And it's another thing I'll tell you to do. And I'm going to get ready to refresh your mind again. You can get a vision board. I'm going to show you this. It looks like this. Put all your stuff on it, put your goals on it, what you want, and then put maybe some affirmations around it. And you want to style your affirmations according to the 12 laws of the universe. This is what you want to do. You need to research those, right? And know them. Let me give them to you real quick right here. The law of divine oneness, the law of vibration, law of correspondence, law of attraction, which everybody knows about. Law of inspired action, law of transmutation of energy, law of cause and effect, law of compensation, law of relativity, law of polarity, law of rhythm, and law of gender. Find out what they mean, how it applies in your life, and then write affirmations around those things that you put on that board. I would suggest a little Sharpie. Okay? And repeat those affirmations over 21 to 28 days. They say it takes anywhere from 21 to 28 days doing something consistently to turn it from a hobby into a natural habit and a new mind thought, a new mind process. Okay? That's what you're going to do. You, as a manifesting generator, need to be worn out by the time you go to bed. You should not have had bored parts of your day. Boring days are not a thing of a manifesting generator. I'm so sorry. No. And if it is, amp it up. For real. And you don't need coffee for it. You know how to do this. A lot of the times, the world that we live in has been telling us that we are wrong. Why? When are you going to pick one thing and just stick with it? Tell them mind their business. That's not how you're supposed to do. You are supposed to come up with. You're like a conceptor. You're supposed to come up with concepts, hand them over to those generally generators that want to bring things, birth them into the world, and see it happen. In fact, a generator should generally hand an idea almost over to, I would say, a projector or a manifesting generator, or a manifester, so that they can kind of just come up with ideas around things and then hand them back. And then that generator begin to work at it full tilt. You understand? Getting that work done. And then it comes into existence. Do you get what I'm saying? It's a different thing. Now, I'm not saying that generators can't do their own work. I'm not saying that everybody else can't do their own work. All I'm saying is there are those of us who are going to come up with idea after idea after idea. That's a manifesting generator. That's what we're going to do. And as you come up with those ideas, they're very inspiring. They will be all over the place. Like coffee just is not coffee for me on some days. Some days it's bulletproof coffee. Some days it's MCT oil, it's butter, it's chicory root, it's blending in the NutriBullet until I get what I want, right? And then sometimes coffee is coffee with my creamer, my favorite creamer that I like to get. Found it on sale last night. Random idea. Just wanted to let you know that. Anyway, what you really want to understand is that as a manifesting generator, you are always on the move. And that's how you activate, in effect. This is how you activate the manifesting part of your manifesting generator, by being on the move. If you listen, there's another person here at YouTube named Orion Ohev. He explains it as you're supposed to do whatever your human design tells you to do. Now, I'm not, I don't foresee a time at this present moment where I'm going to become a human design guru, because while I find it all interesting, let me tell you, the study of them gates alone, okay, is about getting a whole nother certificate or post back program. Okay, seriously, the gates alone. Okay. However, I study them for me to understand them. I look at the ones that my family members have too. Like, I am surrounded by people who are generators until my grandchildren get here, and they are very different. Okay, so I study that. I look at the gates. I look at the, what do they call some channels. I look at what this, what your definition means and all that kind of stuff. But I do that for me because I want to understand, and I'm getting now. It's listen to your emotional authority. I mean, I don't agree with people when they talk about go lay on your pillow, because sometimes you don't have the time during the day to do that, and you have to make a decision quick. But you need to be able to feel, if you're an emotional authority, you need to be able to feel what's going on and let that peter out. While that's petering out, you should be doing something else. You shouldn't be sitting there like, I'm waiting for my emotional authority to calm down. No, that's a no. That's just a no, because it's just going to keep you revved up. Okay. But what you're going to do, you're going to distract yourself by doing something you actually need to do. Be that eating, be that getting up and going and taking care of something in your home, in your car, running and taking care of a couple of errands that really are going to engulf you, get you completely engaged in them, right? And then you'll eventually notice, oh, I've calmed down. Now, how do I feel about this now? And the decision can be made. You don't necessarily always need to give it a day. Sometimes it's more than a day. I'll be honest. It can take a while. But once you've made the decision, it should be pretty firm. You shouldn't have this waffling back and forth stuff. You should be very clear once you've allowed your emotional authority wave to calm down, and it's a little bit more like this, as opposed to, you know what I mean? You should be very clear on what you're doing. Manifesting in the manifesting generator means moving around, means making things happen elsewhere. Okay? It means get up and go do it. It means go get it done. But it doesn't mean I'm going to go get, like, it doesn't mean I'm going to be in this office all day working 8 hours and I'm not coming out and I'm only working on one project. We burn out like that. It's like using a Phillips screwdriver in an area you need a flathead, and you eventually burn down the 4 parts on the on the Phillips, and you mess up the actual screw. It's like that. Legit. You have to move around. Check your email, take a phone call, check your text messages. Now life has gotten so much more easier. People can work from home. They can do all these things that lead to a much better, more relaxed life. Whereas back in the day, you took your phone out, you fired. You know what I mean? Oh, you're getting written up because you shouldn't have had your phone out and did it. All this mess to remind you that you're still a kid and you grown. I mean, really? Anyway, that was my manifesting generator coming forward. Check your email. Eat a snack, go for a walk, get a coffee, do what you need to do. But you have to understand, you have to activate that side of you, which means go do something else. You can't stay focused in the energy of that. And there are people around you that are going to say, no, 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 you have to stay focused. I promise you, they don't get nothing better out of you no faster because you do that. They don't. You need to be able to move around. You have to be able to move around. So if you are a person who is a manifesting generator and you are trying to see the manifesting side of you come forward, manifest your life through moving around by activating and being okay with the fact that you have many different interests and you're going to chase them that day. I'm not a manifesting generator that can chase projects according to the week. Like I can't have one, okay, today I'm going to work on videos. There's no idea of batch videos for me. I do it when I'm inspired. That's why when you see my channels everywhere, the channels look all kinds of crazy. Like right now, my shorts are all about whatever I'm thinking and food and coffee. Okay? That's what it's about, baby. All right. And sometimes it'll like, did I bring something else? I talked to everybody about plants recently, right? I love to talk to people about crystals, right? It is, and then it's also just hearing other people. Sometimes other people give you inspiration and ideas. I think in human design, it has something to do with those centers that are not defined in me because I absorb things from other people in that way. It is also, I believe, what allows me to be a pretty good reader, as I can pick up on your stuff, honey, and I don't need to know you. And I mean that. I mean, I don't need to. And if your people, your guides know that I'm nearby and that I can help, they will get my attention and let me know. Yeah. Human design, my manifesting generator. It's nothing for me to be sitting and talking about somebody about fingernails and go, wait a minute, one moment. I got a message coming through. Boom, here comes the message. And I just drop it. And then I go, does that resonate? Yes. Oh my God. Or, okay, yeah, that type of thing. Right? Move according to what you are. You're a manifesting generator. And I'm not going to come here and talk about generators. The only reason why I really would is in support to me as a manifesting generator because I'm surrounded by them. Okay. I birthed one. I was birthed by two, and I have a sibling that's one. I know how these people I know how they think. Okay. Did she get this done? Did she get this done? Listen, don't come over here. Leave me alone. I'm in my zone. Okay. I'm in my manifesting generator zone. Leave me alone. Right? Well, did you get this done? And do you have a list? That was my father all the time. Listen, let's get together this. As I've gotten older, when I was younger, I thought I don't have a process. That's right. I didn't get this done. That's right. Now I'm older, and it's just like, please leave me alone, because none of your processes even help you out. Leave me alone. Let me figure this out. And life has allowed me to figure it out. So something I mentioned because I did an earlier video of this that I had to delete very quickly. Because I think I showed some sensitive information in that and I couldn't show that to the world. I talked about the Your Mind, Your Life challenge, which I'm probably going to offer for free at my link soon. Well, you'll get it when you join our community. It's something that I'm going to leave to the person to be self-directed. So I'm going to leave it in the form that it's in right now. The one that I'm going to teach, though, and I think it's really going to be geared towards manifesting generators to be dead out. Okay. That is going to probably come out, I say, between March and June of next year, because I'm in the process of coming up with the ideas of it, writing it, and all that kind of stuff, because I've learned so much more since I started the Your Mind, Your Life challenge 5 years ago. Okay. But we going to do it. I'm going to offer it at its stage that it's at right now. It'll be written out for free to join our community. Just to join our community. There's nothing else involved in that. When it comes to services and products that I offer, that's just it. when it comes to products and services that I offer, I will eventually be putting a link out there to do that. But again, something in me is just like, I'm sitting on that because my emotions are literally going like this up and down on that. So I'm not clear that that is happening. Okay. So manifesting for you is a different thing. And there's a lot of different tools out there for people. Okay. I last year was recommending a book called The Power Wish to Everyone. It was based on working with the moon and manifestation. I wouldn't recommend that person to. I wouldn't recommend that book to any person except for people who were born during a full moon, as I think it works for them like that. Their manifesting ability is different. I have yet to see someone with a new moon do what who was born during a new moon do what this thing does. And I'm born during a waning moon, honey. It just none of it ever applied to me. And I gave it a 6-month chance, new full moon all the way throughout. I got to see the couplings, see that it did nothing for me. But for those with a full moon, born during a full moon, it worked. Okay. So again, manifesting generator. You got to jump around, find things. That is how you activate the manifestation because you quickly realize this is not going to work for me. Throw that out. Next. Oh, this is good. This is good. This helps. Yeah. It's like tweaking a recipe. Tweaking your life. Your mind, your life challenge. Your mind, your life recipe. I don't know. Your mind, your life. We're going to be doing it. Get ready, guys, because I'm coming. I will have the link available probably during my next live stream for the Your Mind, Your Life challenge because I want to have that available for people to buy who are going to be moving according to the winter solstice and want to get their affirmations and get everything ready for the new year. So I will have it most likely ready by December 30th. All right, everyone, have a great evening. Understand that activating your manifesting in your manifesting generator with whatever authority requires that you jump around and get involved in things that you are really passionate about, things that interest you. Move on to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing. Until the next live, peace.